free, sharing old stories, just them and me. The world's fast asleep, but we're wide awake, sipping on coffee, no plans to break. Time fades away as the night drifts on, lost in the laughter, the dark nearly gone. No need for answers, no reason why, just two souls awake beneath the sky. No rush to stars, soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. So here's to late nights, the quiet and deep, with a friend by your side when you should be asleep. In the calm of the night, life feels bright, ending or starting, we're feeling just right. Time fades away as the night drifts on, lost in the laughter, the dark nearly gone. No need for answers, no reason why, just two souls awake beneath the sky. No rush to stars, it's all street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. No rush to stars, it's all street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. These quiet chats, yeah, they're the best, they're the best. These quiet chats, yeah, they're the best, the quiet and deep best.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to this special edition of Love on the Spectrum. Thank you, Danny T, for always being so nice to me. You should be one of my mods with all the hate you have for me. How is everyone doing this fine evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are? Is everyone ready for the weekend? I was found out yesterday. I was caught by one of the greatest detectives in modern history. Plevin had found out that it was I, your humble little baker, who had reached out to him and asked for the rights to his book to talk about it on stream. I thought I could have hidden it and snuck it past him. That's why it mentioned it was me in the text, and it was written from my business account, Gmail. Plevin, that's not great sleuthing that you can figure out that the Broken Baker that writes, hey, Broken Baker YouTube, really wants you. We might have embellished a little bit and said, oh, we're such a great fan and stuff like that. That's what you do to try and get the rights. Because I want to read that book so much to people, because copyright laws makes that I can read certain parts of it, but I can't read like full chapters and stuff like that. But there's so much wrong that I really, really want to just read the book and just laugh and see how many mistakes you make constantly. But still, my communications director is still a little bit sad that you can't spell their name. Well, you use words that's at least $5 words in your book. You should be able to just read the name of the person that writes an email to you and say, I'm just going to copy that. Hey, Streetflick, and Gender with a Soul, 80s Man, Little D. And letter. Anina Canadian. Hello, Laura. Big Dog. Plant fan. Harriet Williams. With a picture of Elvis's 1968 comeback special. That's a great show. Betsy Weingartner. Anime. Laurie Wallace. Stacy Labruno. Giannia. Monsieur Expert. I fluffed your chat so they would be warmed up for you. Well, gracias. They probably needed a good fluffing. Kind of like your pillow whenever you've been sleeping a little bit too much on it. Hey, Caroline. I don't really like Baker. I'm here because I miss Jeff. Well. Thanks? Maybe? Scratch that itch. Hey, Amica fan. And Santiago Garcia Jr. Wanting to know where the best pastries are. Well, in my town, I would go to... actually, I would just go to a department store because they get some really, really good one from another town. So any one of those you can go to. It's a chain called Rema 1000. It's not crap made in a factory, but they are really good. I can recommend Borgmester's really good. Why does Baker's dog look like it has a noose? It's because it has to be secure to my microphone, and I don't want to glue it down. Hello, Maria Mills and Marissa. You were curious what a Baker at Night is. I am not disappointed. Well, Baker at Night is me. If you have the expert stream, just with a little more accent and a little less squirrels. We don't know where we're starting. We definitely don't know where we're going. And where we end, no one knows. But still, less squirrels. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. Suspense is building. What the heck did he say? Well, he just said that because I might have taken a few clips from... No, actually, this was someone else's... someone had shared something from Doink the Clown. And I put up, who's the worst writer, Plevin or Doink the Clown? And I think I reached the conclusion that Plevin is the worst writer. And then he came in, we knew. I don't know if it's the Majestatis Pluralis or it's because he has a team. Kind of like a certain someone. But we knew it was Baker all along. The email literally writes, hey, Plevin, I'm working with Broken Baker on YouTube. So he figured it out. I don't know how. I don't know. He is the greatest detective since Columbo and Kojak had a love child. He figured out it was me. And it's signed. I have a company called Baker Media because I have to register as a company because of tax reasons. So my company is called Baker Media because I had to. We have some tax codes in Denmark where you have to either be this or that or something. It doesn't mean my taxes are different. It's just procedure. So I am actually a production company. I'm fancy. But I have a media name, or I have a business name that's connected to my governmental business code and my business number. And that's called Baker Media, because I had to call it something. And I thought, hey, when I'm reaching out to other people, they all think, oh, media, he's a big guy. I am a big guy, but that's just because I really like to eat. So you could, if you snoozed around 10 words into the email, figure out that it was from Broken Baker on YouTube. Or if you went on the... And I won't disclose what his response was, because you don't do that even on YouTube's. But let's just say that he didn't figure it out when he wrote the email back. Plevin couldn't spell his own name until 8 years ago, and that was only because his mom put it on a plate right in front of him. Talking about up. Hey, Valhalla. Plevin is stealing my joy. No, he's giving me joy. Maybe I can get the band back together if they are up for it. Sometimes Valhalla is up for it. Sometimes the experts are up for it. Sometimes they're not. We never know. It's been so nice the last couple of mornings doing these shows and just chatting with old friends. When does the Karen trial start? As soon as possible. They are up to 10 jurors. They are going for 16. The last time they had 19 jurors. So some people are already starting to think, oh, it could happen. They could get them tomorrow. I still don't think we will start next week. People are talking Wednesday. Maybe. But then I'm thinking, we know Bev. Bev likes long weekends and vacations. And Easter is coming up from the 17th till the 21st. So I've been thinking Bev's going to stretch it out so she can go to the Cape over Easter. His dogs, I don't think I ever saw them with a leash on. Oh, that's not a good place. Hey, Julio. It's a good state to be in. Hey, Annie, get your pew-pew. You appreciate being fluffed. Oh, my. Who's Jeff? I think they are talking about Legal Vices, who sadly passed away in December, 5 days before he was supposed to have been on my show, I believe it was. That was such a weird thing. I never had Jeff on my channel before. I've been on his channel. We met, and I did a series of streams called 12 Creators for Christmas, where, because nothing really happened in December, I thought, oh, it could be so cool to try and reach out to some new people and some old people. And I reached out to Jeff because I hadn't spoken to him in a bit. And I just wanted to, because when you go on panels, it's more one-liners, you're just shooting the breeze. And I thought, well, I'll have Jeff on they were like an hour shows, and try to get to know him a bit. And that Friday, he sent me a message about everything was fine, and we would see each other. And I sent him the link and said, this is for next Friday. I believe it was Friday I was having him on. And then woke up Monday and saw the messages. It was not that I wasn't one of his close co-streamers and anything like that, but it's just weird when you have those loose connections, but still, you were one of the last people he had planned the show with. That was really, really weird. Thank you, Tia, for 10 months. Dear Plevin, blah, 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 blah. Sincerely, Baker. Well, we fluffed his goat a little bit and said, oh, we will give you a good recommendation, and we like your crap, and we will promote it. At this point, I'm willing to try and grift so much that I can buy the rights to his books, because they can't be that much. I am like the Grim Reaper. No, I only lost one buddy. Talking about losing buddies. Hey.
Det var jeg. What's going on?
Wallström says no.
Yeah, of course he does. He's big negative.
Yeah.
He's a negative guy. Really, it's sad. It's starting to affect his love life. I always told him, I was like, look, dude, like I've seen you, okay? Like, you guys, okay, in the chat, you guys don't know what Wallström looks like in real life. So Baker does. Baker's seen him. When you see Wallström, it's like, dude, you don't ever need to say no. You should always say yes. That would help him on dates.
Well, I find him for his age, he's a handsome fella. He's 80,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's surprisingly older, isn't he?
Yeah. You see him and you think, oh, he's in his late 70s, and then he says, no, I'm 80.
Yeah, but he has a hell of a handshake.
He does. That's one thing he has going for him.
What's for all the jerk off?
Little D thinks he's handsome.
Well, Lil D, I don't know if I trust her taste in men.
No, I've heard about what type of men she likes. Ooh.
I hear she likes sailors.
I've heard that too. Navy personnel.
Yeah.
Well, former Navy. Especially if they have a slight accent.
Wait, Valhalla says I do. He likes sailors. You see, I just looked up in the chat. That's all I do. I'm like, whoa. Timing Valhalla, maybe. I don't know. Hey, I have to, if you don't mind, if I can kill two birds with one stone, if you let me just real quick here. So Valhalla, I am tired of being told I need to tell you to control your cock. That thing's just cock-a-doodle-doodling all over the place, and everybody's waking up all upset about it. I'm like, maybe he just needs to turn the volume down a little bit. Thank you.
and he has two cocks. One of them is powerful, and the other one sounds like maybe. Jamie's not around, so I'll say it. Maybe it's time to old yell it.
Oh man. Yeah, you know. Maybe that's a hen. I don't know.
Yeah, trying to sound like a rooster. I don't know.
Well,
You missed a troll in my chat yesterday. It was one of the. Well,
I've
it was
heard
one
about
of the
your troll.
better trolls. It's normally they come in, they'll just spout the same 5 lines. But this one actually at some point said, "Well, I have to agree with you." So that was smart one. Oh,
Wow.
oh my! I'm wearing red.
Is that red? Well, look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The smaller the cock, the louder the doodle. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, the little Siegly one. Oh, see, Julio speaks Danish.
She's very fluent in multiple languages. I had a bilingual conversation with her the other night. I asked her how she does it.
How does she do it?
Well, she said it's a lot like you. She said, because I asked her when she talks to herself, like what language she uses. And I was like, I think Baker said the other day he was talking to himself in Danish and forgot the word. Did you say that, or am I just?
No, I
making
was
that
talking
up?
to other people, and I can't communicate like technical stuff because it becomes a part of you. Instead of saying a thing like objection, it's and then they objected, and people are like, object, what? And you say, they raised a question to the judge that blah blah, and it's sadly how it goes sometimes. Oh, Marissa is having a great morning.
Hey, Marissa's only 1% as mean as Jamie.
She's actually. We have our. Let's discuss with the crazy girls. Special Discord little thing where they yell at me all day long.
Oh,
And
that's
yesterday she was so nice. She said, "You don't have to read more in Plevin's book." But Mama Baker raised no quitter.
Yeah, he's not gonna quit.
I
He's
can't
gonna,
tell you how
what he's gonna
bad
start doing, he's gonna start making videos of it, so that way you've got to listen to it too.
I wish I could read this book. I can't figure out who has the copyrights. He claims he has personal copyright, but he didn't file copyrights. It costs $45 to file copyright, so it's a little. But
Okay, like in America, the thing like it like works like that is that if you make it and you publish it, you automatically have copyright to it.
yeah, but he didn't
But
publish it.
filing it is a different thing.
He didn't publish. He published it through another company who owns the right to it, according to their website. Because they publish it and then they'll give you the back pay 6 months later if it makes money. So I think they own the rights, but again, can't figure out who owns the right. I tried to get them by sweet talking him, and the idiot thought he found me out, even though it says in the email it's me reaching out to him.
Who is this plumbing guy?
It's a human thumb who sits in an attic and makes up stories, kind of like you, just with
Oh.
less hair.
Oh, man, you gotta have hair, dude. You gotta have hair. Does he wear sunglasses?
No, but he apparently had stage 4 lung cancer and have had it for 10 years. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. That is. Is he on like an iron lung?
No. That's fine.
Oh, okay. That's so weird.
Why
Oh,
is he
he's
nicknamed?
nicknamed.
Yeah. His real name is Kevin. It became Plevin just to make fun of him because his YouTube name. Full disclosure, don't tell nobody. I'm not really named the Broken Baker. So we have these personas. He is the expert, but mine is just a persona I have online. His real name is, or his YouTube name is Yellow Cottage Tail. That became Yellow Cottage Cheese.
I was
And
gonna
then
say, that's what you're saying.
And then he goes on Court TV and calls himself Kevin, and that turned into Plevin. So it's just a thing.
Hey, can I tell a story about you and your name? So, like last year, Broken Baker comes to America, right? He comes to Tennessee. He comes in. He goes, "Hey," and he says, "Like, what is?" He says, "I am," and he says his name, and I swear it's just I heard oodly oo, and I'm like, "It's a lot of vowels in that, man. You're Baker." And kid you not, I've introduced this guy to the United States Congressman as Baker.
It's easier than my real name.
But you did, though, didn't you? You ate barbecue at his house. He was like, "Hey, Baker."
Yeah, his campaign manager said, hey, "What's your name?" Said, "Just call me Baker. It's easier."
Yeah, it's Baker. Which is funny because Baker's it's a long-standing actually it's a political name in Tennessee. Howard Baker.
Oh,
He was chief of staff
interesting.
for Ronald Reagan, and he was a
Do
US
you
senator
know
for
what
years.
is also long-standing?
Bad day.
Valhalla.
Hey,
Oh
buddy.
my gosh, look at that. Look at the sexiest man in the two. Valhalla. I think everybody should get cowboy hats.
Not everybody can pull off a cowboy hat.
Well, so I talked about this with White Rabbit. I said, "What do you think if everybody had black cowboy hats?" And she said, "I said, you think
don't
that
have
like
fake letters in
infringe
my name.
on Valhalla?" She said, "No, because he'd be like, mine's better looking." And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. He would.
It's hard to
I
beat
just
this
think-
cowboy hat.
Well, I mean, think about it. Baker probably needs one.
No, because some people is all had no cattle, and it doesn't look good for everyone.
It
I
does.
tried.
and
You
not
know when
everybody can
people
pull off-
started wearing the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
It's not a look for me. I can wear a cap, but Peaky Blinders isn't really looking good on me. Remember
look
back
damn
in the
good in
day when
Peaky
we
Blinders.
had those
Damn good.
little, I don't know what type of hat, but all the R&B singers had it, like the golf hat that they turned
The
backwards. Kanglos. They were horrible. I like a cap. I don't think I could do justice to a cowboy hat.
Well,
You need a certain panache to carry a hat.
He's definitely got it. Definitely got it.
That's what they wrote about me in the high school yearbook. This guy's got panache.
And then Valhalla wrote underneath, "I'd like pancake, yes, please." No, Shaun of the Golf is another one, but Shaun of the Golf is actually mentioned in Plevin's book 17 times because they work together.
Okay, so this is a YouTuber that wrote a book.
Well, I wouldn't call him a YouTuber. He's one of those streamer. Again, it's kind of like you, but just bad.
Oh man, I hate to see that. Jeez, I hate to see that.
No, but he's a guy who he's a true crimer like the rest of us, but
Hey,
he
he's
found out it's
Hold on, gentlemen, hold on. This man is very credible. He's been on Court TV countless times.
Yeah.
In handcuffs?
No. He's
as
a
an
court
expert.
TV expert commentator.
Expert.
So
Okay.
So
what's
he's-
his name? I gotta look this guy up.
well, I can find you his blurb page because it reads like that's also fiction.
How am I getting?
What's wrong?
This case, y'all. This case.
Oh,
Getting drug into
Karen?
drama. This case. I
Yeah.
don't want to do it.
Iris, what are you doing, babe? She hates me.
Who does?
Iris. Yeah.
Did you know I haven't had Jamie on since I started streaming a little bit more with Valhalla?
For real, bro. She hasn't been on your channel yet. I'm really starting to feel offended a little bit. Like I
Wait,
thought this
that
was all
was,
fun, and now I'm starting to get freaked out. Like, why does Jamie hate me? What happened? What did I do, Jamie? I love you. I miss you. Come back to us. Come back to us.
Wait a second. Oh, hey, I'd ask Jamie if she wants to come on tomorrow night.
She won't. If I'm there, she won't.
Well, he'll probably forget to send you a link if he can get Jamie. Jamie is one of those fishes that's you need a special lure.
Yeah. I'll send her a limited edition Dylan 90210 poster.
Oh, then she'll come on.
Yeah, she will. I know her language. His Kevin's short fiction has been translated in multiple languages. He's sold screenplays. He sold screenplays? Most probably guards the recipe for the world's greatest Bloody Mary. No, he doesn't. He just doesn't. I mean, that's a big thing. The world's greatest Bloody Mary. Having majored in history, his path took an unexpected turn his senior year when he began tending bar at the local bucket of blood. The final lesson he learned, both in bar life and as a writer, and everyone is a hero in their own story. He hasn't heard my stories. That helped him to anticipate the actions of dangerous men in bars, get in the heads of even the minor characters in fiction, and understand the actions of witnesses and suspects in criminal cases. Having co-founded a group of sleuths, including former law enforcement officers, authors, and lawyers, that looks into cold cases, he welcomes theories, suggestions, and especially tips. Just a tip.
Just a tip.
So that didn't tell me anything. That's the worst bio I've ever read in my life.
Well, it's not as
So
bad
he
as
dropped
his
out
book.
of college his senior year and started working at a bar. That's what I get.
Is that he dropped out, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he sounded like.
Yeah. He because he got so disheartened with the corporate world. That's why he started. He changed the bio a few times. Let's just say that.
Hold on. Let me help me break this down. It says, having majored in history,
Yeah.
his path took an unexpected turn. Having majored in is past tense, meaning he did, right?
Yes.
He has a major in history, but his path took an unexpected turn his senior year, which would have been before he majored, right? He would have still been working towards that
No,
major.
you can
No?
actually
Okay.
finish your major but not have enough credit hours.
I never went.
Graduate.
Well, I went to college. I never graduated.
It's underwater basket weaving is hard to get.
The hard part is holding your breath that long.
Yeah, and while you're doing a women's studies major, I applaud you,
Oh
sir.
my gosh.
T42, only 9 months seems like forever, doesn't it?
Baker could be a baby. Sorry.
It's almost. No, it's 11 months since we saw each other. Wasn't it May last year?
Yeah, May.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of
not
crazy.
long enough.
Holy cow, man.
At least he categorized his book as fiction. Oh, fiction doesn't cover it. It's more fantasy than Tolkien.
So wait a second. And this is what is he covering Karen?
Yes.
What is as fact?
Well, it's his truth.
Is he part? How's he involved?
Well, that you will cover in the first part called Yellow Cottage. He has an interesting writing style. He starts out with a prologue that's. I actually tried to be honest and write a book review. I really tried. I thought, okay, I made enough fun of this idiot. It's 355 pages. You can read that and you can be open and honest. At page 3 in his prologue, I just started putting footnotes. Wrong. You can't prove that. What the hell is this? You forgot
prologue.
to end the chapter. He has a strange way where he goes from, I'm talking about Colin Albert, then I'm going to talk about when I was hospitalized with COVID. Then I'm going to talk about, I think it is his gay lover or someone. I never figured out who that guy is, but that's another author. And he talks a lot about we. And I don't know who we are. And then he starts a chapter talking about Colin. And then it's kind of like, oh, I have to go back and edit that. I'm just going to delete the ending. But he never comes back and deletes. He did delete the ending, but never comes back and writes the ending. So it just ends in the middle of it. And then he has, I don't know how many rules. Expert, if you had to make the rule of expert, would you give us the list, or would you have an undeclared number of rules, and then just in the middle of it say rule 6? And you're thinking, what's rule 1? No. Start at rule 6, goes to rule
Rule 1
7.
is you never go live without your sunglasses.
I didn't follow that rule.
No, I'm just letting you know.
Oh yeah, and page 158 and 159 is the same page, which is also a page that looks like he tried to make a catchy headline kind of sentence cliffhanger, and then was supposed to write more where he flips it and says it doesn't make sense. He has so many times where he says, oh, let's look at this and how it doesn't make sense. And then he gives you all the reason why it raises reasonable doubt, and never really gets to the part where he takes it away again. He asks so many questions where he says, yeah, that looks suspicious, right? And then as a writer who is pro getting Karen convicted, he should have said, but in reality, it's totally normal. It's not. It is the worst book I've ever read in my life. And I've read Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit is worse than Lord of the Rings.
I love those books. They're good.
Oh, Mr. Frodo, wanna go walking today? Yes, Sam, I want. Wonder what the rest of the group is doing. Hey, Gimli, you wanna go walking today? Sure, I wanna go walking today, Legolas. What's Strider doing? Well, he didn't get his nickname Strider for nothing. He's walking. Do you think we can keep this up for 3 books and then intersperse a little bit of drama within it? Nah.
Yeah,
Very bad books.
you're not wrong. It's a great movie to fall asleep to.
Yeah, it's some of the most sleep-inducing film ever made, because it's a story about people walking and then being interrupted by action. So he needed an editor. Yes, he does, because he has this, instead of doing what I would have done, this is my bio, this is where I started. He doesn't really do that. He has a prologue that's not a prologue, and then he just starts talking about himself in the middle. Then he switches to the Lizzie Borden case.
Now that's the chick that chopped up everybody, right?
Well, he actually uses that case to show that you have to think logically, because someone had to be in the house and have hidden in the house all the time if it was not Lizzie Borden who did it, but they never found a murder weapon, so how can they say she
That
did
was
it?
an axe.
Yeah, but they never found the axe.
Well, I mean,
But
it's colonial America. I mean, it's gonna be an axe. It's not chainsaw.
Hey, Carrie Bear. Well, you come in
Like,
at the
Care Bear
best
always
time.
come in on the weirdest. This isn't weird. This is normal. You should see some of the stuff we normally talk about. You
That's
met
kinda
Justin
funny.
Timberlake in an airport and told him you loved him in Lord of the Rings.
That's kind of funny.
Wait, is this
Orlando
true?
Bloom. That's funny.
Was he in that?
No, that's why it's funny.
Oh,
But he kind of looks like Orlando Bloom's Legolas, so it worked.
I don't know, man. That Orlando Bloom guy, man, he's kind of got figured out,
Oh yeah, dude, he's nailing it.
Yeah,
Got it.
literally. Has he made a movie lately?
I don't know. I don't watch
My
pop
favorite
culture.
guy in Hollywood is Leonardo DiCaprio. You can't beat
Oh
him.
yikes! Oh
Yeah,
yikes!
that guy's awesome. Like, hey,
Yikes!
you want to fly my plane and we'll go save the environment? Oh my
Yikes!
gosh, he cares. What?
I like
He's-
reading books too, but I just like reading good books.
Books are good. Leo's kind of known for not dating women over like 23 years old.
No, 26 is the cutoff.
26
Yeah.
is. Oh, that one stuck
27
around
is-
for a little while, didn't she?
Yeah.
27's a little.
He's kind of our time's Jack Nicholson / Marlon Brando. He's become so big. He's just kind of his own
Something
thing.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Marlon Brando, I think Valhalla, like he could identify as Marlon Brando. He may be you kind of have that aura, the Brando aura about you.
Oh,
You're
I don't
you're
think so.
yeah, you're like you're not a person, you're a deity almost, but not the deity, but it's like this like celestial figure. And he didn't wear pants.
He's like a skinny Buddha.
Yeah. Yeah. And he never wore pants. Brando's like, I'm not wearing pants. I'm done with the pants days are over.
skinny Buddha.
Let's get
Valhalla's
him
a
in some
skinny
muumuus.
Buddha.
Yeah.
The ancient Pakistan Buddha was skinny. And the
Well,
African
Buddha
was
started out as skinny because he was a
He was
prince who went out and he saw how bad all the poor people had it. And then he went out to meditate and didn't eat anything but a rice, one kernel of rice every day. And then he got fat. Stay off carbs, everyone, because apparently they work really well.
Speaking of rice, how's Ethiopia doing?
Haven't been there in a while.
You
I think
that's
most of them are
like,
here.
All right, that's Haiti.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Ethiopia is always like about starvation and all that.
Yeah.
Sam Kinison,
Yeah.
he tried to fix the country.
I think they fixed it. We hadn't had one of those bad all the stars going singing. Haven't had that since the 80s.
No, they had that when they had that John Lennon song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like-
to save us from the coof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should do that to do maybe to raise awareness about Dollywood. We should make a video where it starts out where the right rabbit says, "Oh, hey there, I just wanted to say, imagine there's no pimples."
Right? Right. I like where you're going with this, Baker. And you know what else is funny is that Freckles,
That
you know
would be
Freckles,
funny,
she
actually.
actually asked me if
That'd be
I think it
funny.
was you and me, Baker, if we were singing the other night. She fell asleep in your chat. She's like, "Did you guys sing?" She thinks she woke up to us singing. I was like, "I don't think so." But anyway, it's weird, man, because it's just like she said that today, and then there you are saying this.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
I don't edit stuff. But if we had a good editor, all the creators that comes to Dollywood should just
You know, Nate.
and you need to have that lifeless gleam in your eye while you try to look like you're smiling. Imagine there's no.
Oh my gosh, how do you
heaven.
do that so good? That scares me. Holy
I might
cow.
have been at the theater. I actually played music for one show.
Why'd you
once.
develop a lisp when you said that? What just
Well,
happened?
Because that's how they talk.
you have
in
to
the
pay to
theater.
get into the theater.
Ah, dude, you know what needs auto tune.
Don't no.
Were
You
you an
need
Epstein kid?
you need to be this
Yeah, he was. Look at me.
this delusional that you think that just because you've been in a mildly successful movie, people will hear you sing and that you have a great voice. So you just go around and say,
Hey, I may not have made as much money as I had fun, but my movie was better.
well, as someone said, oh, don't they have morals? I said, if I get $1 million, I have no morals either. That's my morals are really high the less I'm paid.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, Julio
always
is going to be the one who starts out. She's the one who's going to do the
Get it, girl.
hey everyone, the world is hurting, and we thought we should come together. This year,
You know-
at the 4th of June in Knoxville, we will get together, and you can just imagine there's a dolly.
Ooh.
It's easy if you try.
Listen to this guy.
Imagine there's a churros. It's really delicious. Imagine bald eagles. They flying in the net.
The lighter's not even a lighter.
We're gonna do this. I started eating donuts ever since they made fun of Paul O'Keefe glazed donuts. Gained about 5 pounds.
Who's Paul O'Keefe?
That's John O'Keefe, the deceased person in Karen Reed's case, brother, who likes to manspread
Brother.
a lot. And
His nuts have been on court TV more than Plevin. I'll tell you that much.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then he's
Been on Court TV.
yeah, Plevin's on. He's a court TV expert commentator, so he comments on you, Kevin Lanigan or something like that.
I don't even know his name. I honestly don't. We just call him
It's Plevin. It's the human thumb. It's the
I
cheese.
have no idea what his real name is. Baker told me
Chad,
the
will
other
you
day. I
tell
can't
me what his
remember.
name is?
Black velvet and that little boy smile. Well,
Oh, it's this little Elvis, this little tribute to Elvis there. I mean, I'll tell you what, I like that video.
wait, please get back to where Valhalla was reading Plevin's bio. He stopped just before the bucket of blood. What the hell does that even mean? Seriously. Actually, funny thing,
think
that's
I
one
know
of the
what it is.
critiques. We talked about this yesterday because
Yeah.
I said the problem with writing a book when you live in an area like
Thanks, you.
Boston, where they have so many local sayings, is if you want to sell a book internationally, you can't put in a bucket of blood, because I asked Valhalla, what the F is a bucket of blood? I don't know what a bucket of blood is. A bucket of blood is something you had at an abattoir.
Oh,
Then
know
you
what a bucket
make
is,
lovely
for sure.
blood sausage from it afterwards.
So what?
Apparently, it's a local bar where it's known to be a fighting place.
Yes. You go to the bucket of blood for like blood sports, like fighting kind of stuff. But and even that took me a minute. Like he asked me, and I was like, "What are you talking about? I have no idea what that is." And then he gave me the context, and I was like, "Oh, he's talking about a violent bar, a bar that's known to be rowdy."
But
That's
but
what
you
it
can't use local euphemism. It's again like
No.
I described to Valhalla in
Oh
Denmark.
my! Sorry.
We have your buttocks is called a mill, like a windmill, but we call the buttocks that. And nowhere else in Denmark do they do that. It's just on my island. So when we say that, people are
Let me
like,
tell you. Let me
What
tell you what.
the
Plevin
hell
may be
are you
cooler than
talking
you
about?
think. Plevin may be cooler than you
Whoa.
think.
Whoa!
Check out that bar. Check out the bucket of
Where's
blood
this
bar.
place
It's in
at?
private
Where
chat.
is this?
That's where Plevin, man. It's bucket of blood. Dude, that's my type of place right there. You know why?
Dude,
Yeah.
where is this place?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. That's my place, man. I'm going.
Where,
I'm hanging out
where
with this
is
guy.
it? Why wouldn't you put an
Vegas,
address
man.
on your? On
It's
your
in
thing?
Nevada,
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going. there.
Virginia City, Nevada.
Virginia City, Nevada.
Oh my gosh. I swear Valhalla's like Mr. T in 18. We gotta get him knocked out to take him somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Look at this.
Gross.
Look at that. That's not the main site though.
No,
The
it's
first
just
picture is the best. Where's the camel? There we no, that's not. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that.
They have
Remember
camel
the
races,
camels.
y'all. They have
How
camel
cool is
races.
that? How cool? This guy's a lot cooler than we
He's
thought,
not-
man.
I'm not going to Nevada. He's not that cool.
Karen Reed is Sofa King Innocent. Say my name, please, and thank you.
Karen Reed is Sofa King Innocent.
I don't know why, but yeah. I ever
What's-
get
what-
island fever? No, I live on an island that's quite big, and we have two bridges. One of them goes to Hell's doorstep, and the other one goes to the top of Germany. So I'm happy where I am.
I thought anywhere in Denmark you're only 18 miles from the water.
Yeah, that's probably right.
That's
We
not
say
big
you're
island.
all, nowhere in Denmark are you more than an hour and a half from the water.
Oh, I have a comment on a conversation that you two were having earlier about Baker being unable to remember technical Danish verbiage. He
Yeah.
couldn't exactly explain to me how to say the number 93 the other day, bro. It's not just technical.
No, but
He's losing it.
No, it's because you.
Ours
It's
is in
correct.
Sweden.
It's correct what you said, but we don't think that half fives is a thing when we say it in 90
fives?
is half fives.
Half fives.
That's 90
Nine-
is half fives. And it's half five in 20. But when you say it, it's just a number. You don't think it says half five in 20. So it's nothing. It's nothing you think about when you say it, because I've always seen you don't break it down and says half five in 20. You just say half.
You know the rest of the world does though, right? Like
But
9,
not.
10,
I bet you
3.
that there's less people in the rest of the world speaking Danish than there's people in Knoxville. So it's not a big problem. It's not a big. We don't have conventions saying those Danes have half five in 20.
I think it's fascinating. I don't understand it. I thought it was really hilarious when I
You should look up how the French come up with their numbers.
Do one. Okay, wait a second.
theirs is
So-
weird too. Theirs is the
Yeah.
other one that's kind of weird, but yours is like
That's-
really out there.
I just translated 93, and that's the word I get.
Yeah,
That's half fives.
half
thought you
fives
said
and
that.
20.
Half fives and 20. Oh, I'm screwed, man, because that looks like Thea against Ferns.
Did you guys see the interview with retired Kenton Sergeant? His buddy at Body Shop was where they brought Miss Reed's vehicle to extract taillight. That's not
No.
correct. That was done in the Sally Port on camera, and then they broke it and claimed they didn't do it. They brought a guy in who had a body shot,
Who was also a cop though.
who's also a cop, yeah. Hell's doorstep, you mean Sweden? No, it's the island that leads to Sweden. I was an EP on an indie film based in Massachusetts called The Irish and the Italian about the mob. Funny thing, I don't know if you know this, but there's two type of Irish people. Plevin told me that. One of them likes to dance, the other one likes not to dance, but all of them are drunks.
Which ones? What do leprechauns do?
He hasn't mentioned those yet, but he has gone, of course, made by potatoes. Because it's the most racist book against Irish I've ever read. And I have made quite some fun of leprechauns.
Is he Scottish?
No, I think he's Irish descent. He talks a lot about how his his grandma had a severe, austere look because of the famines. The famines didn't happen in his grandma's time.
That's terrible.
Well, you know what? Maybe she was a worker and couldn't get enough tips.
Could be, but and I'm pretty sure Black Irish is a derogatory name. He uses it all wrong.
Black
Yeah.
Irish.
Yeah, no relation to Irish.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
The guy claims the tail light was intact when brought to the body shop. Can't be because the Dayton cop says it was already cracked. And again, you will hear thousands of stories. I forgot to bookmark it. Did you see Colin apparently tried to get a watch out of El Presidente, Stool Sports president?
What?
You know Dave Portnoy?
Yeah, Barstool.
Yeah, Barstool.
Oh, Stool Sports. Okay, Barstool. Barstool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
He has a show where he apparently you can call in and get stuff. And he said, "Can I get a watch because I'm going to court to testify, so I can show it off there."
What?
think this-
What's happening?
Colin is listed as one of the third party.
No, he's not
Whatever.
allowed to be mentioned as a third-party culprit, but
Oh,
the
he's
defense
not?
have him as a third-party culprit.
So
This is from Nurse Kim, so she's one of those where you don't automatically think, "Oh, I better wait 2 days to check this." She's normally really good.
Yeah,
Jesus
she's
Christ. I'm a witness in the Karen Reed case at IceCon and telling Ryan Whitey 6 that he was called by defense and prosecution. I never want to hear an effing word from this anti-free Karen Reed crowd again about disrespect on the social media circus surrounding the trial when effing Colon tried to secure a trial brand deal with Stool President for a brick watch to wear when testifying in the case 2.0. If this is true,
interesting.
is he actually violating the gag order for witnesses by talking about him being a witness?
On Barstool Sports is a huge platform too.
Yeah.
Huge platform. Huge.
Even Plevin doesn't have that size platform.
Not even close.
You get
That's
Coke. Be right back.
Hey. What islands? To go cucumber. Yeah, that's something we say.
What was it? Too cold cucumber?
No, to go cucumber. That's when you go crazy.
Cucumber.
Yeah,
Oh,
then you go
okay.
crazy.
We say to go ham.
Yeah, it's the same. We don't go skinky.
Not sure what that was.
That's ham in Danish. That's skinky.
Oh. Okay. Skinga?
Yeah. A brick watch is about as classy as White Claw and Jameson and Ginger. Colon really is living up to his Canton roots.
That dude should have been on Jersey Shore, except Boston.
Yeah. He would be the guy who would be out like I was yesterday in shorts and t-shirt and getting a cold just to try and get a little bit of sun.
Oh, I've been wearing shorts and t-shirts for 3 days now.
Yeah, but I live a little further north than you do.
Just a little bit.
No, and everything was fine, and you're working, you're sweating, and it's good. And while we started streaming yesterday, I could just feel it creep up in the back of my throat, and now I have a cold in one nostril. Only one of them is clogged. That's really annoying.
That's always fun.
MTV, Real World Boston. Oh, those shows were so bad.
I loved them. I was at the right age where I was like, this is so cool. They're all moving to the city, partying all the time.
Oh, Mike Bessarian, he's probably going to be big someday. He was. And then he married Maurice. She got big.
Well,
Tiplet wise.
that'll happen.
It's with a K, not a G, but yeah. Your kid's grandmother is from Sweden. I feel sorry. Colon should
It's got a
be
bit
one
of
of
a
those
beef,
real world challenge shows. He would last one episode. Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's tough. He's as tough as they come. He'd outlast.
No.
everybody.
He's a good Sunday school kid who never ever been in a fight in his life. He doesn't drink chocolate martinis with a girl who then burps while he said, step up to us, while he's 17 years old. He's a good kid. He normally, every time he comes home, brought a tear to my eye, he goes in and says, Mother dear, I hath arrived hometh. Doth thou have a great night? And then he would say, Father, my leader, my rock, I have arrived home. And his father would say, go to bed, son. And he said, but father, can I get up early tomorrow and doth make thou breakfasteth? I love that entire side quest about, well, he came home and he always come in and say goodnight, because every 17-year-old boy who's been out sneak drinking always went into his mother's room and said,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
home.
Yeah,
Can you go to bed? You're drunk. Shut up. I'm not drunk at all. Shut up. Never happened. Never happened that a 17-year-old guy went into his mom's
Never.
room and said, hi, Mom.
Never.
I think chocolate martini is a real thing.
Yeah, those are a thing.
You can ask Plevin because he used to bartend. Espresso martinis, I've heard about that.
Yeah, you can make anything into a martini now. They do.
Oh.
It's some of them they shouldn't.
I think that's... is that the one we just read about, colon? Try
Yeah.
going back 1.5 minutes. We just put it up on
We
the
were just
screen.
talking about it. That's how we got down this weird path that I'm digging. I'm here for it.
Colon doesn't sneak drinks. His dad gave him his first beer at 13. That was a bit
That
late.
was muted.
Colon fights in socks and flip-flops.
Who
Yeah.
wears socks and flip flops? That's gross.
Old German men in Spain on vacation.
You can get away with socks and slides, not socks and flip flops. I said it.
What did I come back into?
I said it.
Yeah.
He's just
So, Valhalla, did you hear me about the chickens?
when what?
I get
What?
many complaints, and I'm like, why am I? I'm not the Valhalla complaint
roosters?
department. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not my
Like-
problem anymore. No, I've given fair warning. Now it's chat's problem. I
Well, I'm
take
thinking
no
maybe you ought to just
responsibility
like
for
put
the
the
roosters.
volume
anymore.
down a little bit.
Who? On the rooster?
Yeah.
You want me to turn the volume on the rooster down?
You have volume on your camera.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I might, I
You
guess.
should. Every camera I've ever seen. I got a lot of
Maybe.
security cameras. A lot of. I got one man.
But then you can't hear the good noises.
really good. I just down a little bit, not off.
Again,
Yeah.
at this point, I take no
frequency
responsibility.
pitch. You know,
It is what it is, sir. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
dude. Do you think I care? No, but people are coming to me. I'm like, why? When did I become the Valhalla complaint department? Already the mailman.
Talking about complaints, you have to answer the message from AJ. Because I have been dogging AJ for a month about how you have to, how she had to get in contact with you, and now she's
AJ?
gotten in contact with you, and you don't reply.
I replied once or twice.
Hey, Brandon,
Once or
you up
twice.
late?
What's up, man?
right? That's kind
Yeah,
of
no, the
rooster.
rooster's just part of the experience now. The first time you get sent sleeping to my channel, it's probably the last time you're going to be on my channel.
Did I tell you about? I talked to someone who was on the night when they had like 30 people all jump off at 1 minute.
Bro, that was impressive. It was way less than a minute. It was like 10 seconds. I was like,
It was the
wow.
fastest exodus I've ever
Wow.
seen, and
It was
all this stuff.
impressive. I called it too. I saw it happening. I was like, oh, they're all going to leave.
And Jessica, yeah, someone else mentioned that this was mentioned today, but we see it on camera that they are breaking the tail light in the garage when they try to get it off. So again,
What are they trying
until
to say
it's
the taillight did?
until it's provided in court, I'll reserve my judgment. There's a few things out there, but again, the defense haven't even tried to get it in. So, let's wait and see.
I just realized that I'm your guys' greatest asset because I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't seen a single thing about the Karen Reed stuff. I've been waiting on the bikini pics for a year. So when you say stuff like the tailline stuff, tell me what you want to know.
Yeah.
As a disinterested party, I'm there for you, man. I'm a giver.
Outstanding.
You are a fluffer and a giver.
Well, hey, that's what we are over here.
Yeah.
Baker's fluffer.
That's actually the grift, is to fluff the audience enough that they want to come back.
Thank you, Iris. But you say that, but I know you hate me.
I don't think she hates you. She will
Yeah,
hurt
she
you,
does.
but she doesn't hate you.
Well,
Will you get a strike to play Don't Mess With My Toot Toot? I think I would.
what's your toot toot?
I don't know. But I thought instead of playing it, I just say I'll get a strike so I don't have to figure out what it is.
Well, oh yeah, I don't want to think about it. K-Dub's been in a wild mood, man. I think she talked to the wild rabbit. That's what she was tonight. Oh, geez, man, so
Whoa.
mean. I told the
Whoa.
people at the store, I said, my friends say that she screams with her eyes. And she turned around and said, look at her, she's screaming right now.
She does.
Sometimes I'm not allowed in stores with her.
I kind of understand that though, because I've been in stores with you. I get it.
How do rumors start? Huh? Nobody knows.
Well, you've heard it. See? Goes around.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the lights inside the tail light aren't even white. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
What do you want to know about taillight? LED.
Is the LEDs inside a tail light white or red?
Depends. What you put in it.
So, great question.
Yeah, they're usually white. The turn signals are yellow, but they're usually white and with the reds on the
Well,
outside.
I know this.
Actually,
When somebody
LEDs
has a
are
cracked
red.
tail light, and
Oh, well,
they-
you didn't say
have-
LED. Sorry.
I did say, is the LED inside a tail light red and white? I actually said LEDs.
Well, it's not not part of what I was listening to. What are you saying, Valhalla?
they make a special tape to put on tail lights. It's a red tape that the light can shine through so that it shows up red again when you break your tail light. It's like super, poor
Dude.
people status, but
I was,
we do it.
I was over there with MG and he was showing a sovereign citizen thing. It was like a 68-year-old woman getting tased. She had a broken tail light.
She got
Well-
tased for a broken tail light.
Oh yeah, when she mouthed off, she's like, "Oh man, it got wild. It got wild, man. Grandma got tased, man. She took the lightning ride." And
Oh, that had to be at Oklahoma. Had to
yeah,
be.
it was actually really.
I knew
was.
it. I
Did you
knew
know?
it.
Yeah,
I
was
knew
like,
it,
"Hey,
man.
you know,
They
you
don't give a shit
remember
up there, bro. They're gonna tase your granny. They're gonna tase your granny's granny. They don't give a
Oh,
shit.
she got tased. She had a broken tail light. She, I had been this way for 6 months. He's like, "That's why." And she's like, "I'm not taking your ticket. I'm leaving." And that's what got her.
Don't
Iris.
hate the expert, proven by dollars to Baker. Thank you, Irish.
Now, wait a second. I don't have to put those in his G-string, do I?
No. I only get coins on my G-string.
RX 570 are red.
Yeah, there was a guy who bought the exact same taillight housing, and it's a diffuser that the lighting when she drives out of the garage. there's a diffuser in the bottom. There's only like one LED in the top left of the tail light. There's Schornstein on a diffuser that then kicks it out through the tail light. So if it had been cracked, that diffuser would have been gone, and it couldn't have shone out. It'll just be a light straight down.
What does this have to do with running over a guy?
Because
Well,
they claim she broke her
here's what it
tail
has-
light when she hit him.
Right, and they keep showing all these videos of white shining through the broken tail light, proving that that's where it was broken and the lens was missing. But if the light bulb itself is red, it wouldn't be a white spot on a broken tail light. That would probably have to be snow, would be my guess.
And
Indicating that-
someone mentioned earlier that on the Court TV it's more white than the original. When I see the one they have on Court TV, yeah, it looks way more white than
Was
the
it
one we
her
saw
car?
in court. What?
Is it her car?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why is it white?
because of snow.
Well,
There-
it'd
the-
be red snow.
The
No, it's not. It's
prosecutor-
not. It's not
What?
white. But when she pulls back, hits her boyfriend's car, and then drives off. And as she drives past the ring camera, she hits the brake, and they say, "Oh, look, it's lighting up white," which it couldn't do because there's no white light in the brake. It's a red brake light. But
They're
why
trying to
is-
say that she's missing like most of her tail light,
yeah,
and it's red, right? So they're saying that's missing, and that's the white
But I mean,
light
this
bulb
is a
shining
material
through.
fact. It's either is or isn't. It's
Right,
not,
but
you
it wasn't
don't
brought up in
speculate
the
about it.
first trial.
well, this is the big part, and you have to remember
Just videos.
in this trial, you have two pieces of tail light being found on the day off when a search team digs through the entire front lawn. Then 6 days later, after the snow has melted, a blind as a bat police police captain who is on leave because of his illness drive past and say, "Oh, there's tail light." They go back, search the yard, and find, I think, 5 pieces of tail light. Then the lead detective goes back on the 9th, the 11th, and the 16th, and every time he finds more tail light pieces. Big chunks of red reflective plastic was found, and the snow had melted. They claimed, well, it's because the snow had to melt. But the snow had melted at all of those 3 occasions she was there. That's why people might think it's a cover-up. No, actually, there wasn't that much red snow where he was, and that's impressive when he's had lost 2 liters of blood. So, yeah. The lights are white but programmed to light red because they are LED. Sorry, I'm having issues typing. Yeah, but they'll show red. It's a red light when you do it.
You know what?
Yeah, they only found clear glass. They didn't find any red glass from the tail light. They only found clear glass at the scene, and that's why we are saying kind of smells a little bit.
Just a little.
So yeah.
Everything about this case is just
Oh yeah,
hell's happening.
and they were
Yeah, I know,
going around finding blood evidence and thought, we don't really want to go back to the station to get evidence containers, so we just get some solo cups.
This guy's got a thing of solo cups in his garage. This will work. We can collect
Yeah.
blood in these.
They're tainted.
And then
It
they
breaks
put
the
them
chain of
all-
evidence.
No,
then they-
no.
Then they put it all in a paper shopping bag,
You know
not
what?
an evidence bag, like from like the local
Jiffy Lube.
store and stuff or whatever the hell it was.
Don't go down this rabbit hole. It's not
It's
worth
bad,
it.
bro.
So what happened to Frodo after Sam asked him if you want to go for a walk?
He said, "Sure, I have a ring. My
Greatest adventure of
granddad,
his life.
my granddad that got a ring when he was out walking. Can I bring it?" And Sam says, "I'm gonna bring some taters." And then they went on a walk, and then they made some. I think he might have been racist because they met 6 big black guys, and they were afraid of them.
Oh.
That's,
Hey, listen though. Hold on, and this is something. Honest to goodness, I am not. This is not expert. Okay, this is me having a serious clairvoyant question for Broken Baker right here. So, in Lord of the Rings, there's a evidently pivotal thing about there's trolls that have been turned to stone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I did.
yeah, there's a troll in the first book that turns to stone.
Yeah.
Well, not the first book, in The Hobbit.
Is that supposed to represent Sweden?
We wish it would represent Sweden.
I thought Sweden was trolls. It had trolls. It's a country of
Yeah,
trolls.
yeah, they are 85% genetically trolls.
See, that's what he told me that. That's where I was like, is this where? So how does a troll turn to stone? I don't know that part. I didn't.
It's the last
when they-
15% that they don't have in their genetics.
When the sun hits them, they turn to stone.
Is that true?
Well, that's what. That's how
No,
they turn to
they're
stone in The
missing those
Hobbit.
15%. That's the 15% the Swedes doesn't have. They bred that out of it. So
Well,
That's
you know
how
what's
they
funny
got out
because
of
when
it. They
Nick
tricked the
was
trolls into
had
staying
to get
awake
back-
too long, arguing
had to
about
get
how they were
inside
going to
before
cook
it
all the
got dark.
hobbits and dwarves, rather.
yeah,
Greatest story of our time. Greatest story
is?
of modern literature.
what is?
The Lord of the Rings. George R.R. Martin.
someone
might give him a run for his
clearly
money.
never ever read Curious George.
Curious George. Really?
Yeah.
I'm a huge Seuss fan.
You would be. You would be.
I'm a huge fan of saying thank you all for joining, because our hour is up.
I just got here.
Links to the cool guys in the description. Valhalla, I'm going to send people over to the Goatery. Have you found a time
Oh,
if
go
we're
to
going
the
to do
Goatery.
something today?
When do you want to? Same time? Same bat channel? Noon? Whatever the hell it was for me?
If it fits your schedule.
It should. I'm basically not going to see Ms. Valhalla at all tomorrow.
Well, we could do it earlier then,
on
because
purpose?
apparently we talk a
No, we
lot.
can't. No, we can't. No, we can't.
Noon. So today at noon, I'll set up a stream. Monsieur Expert, what are you
Hey.
doing?
Tomorrow's FNL. Friday night. So be there, be square. The greatest variety show on the tubes. Good times, good cheers, all that other stuff. Watch the ladies make fun of us. That's always a good time.
They're getting
And,
mean. They're getting mean.
Yeah, they are
about it.
getting mean. And all this is for we're going up to Dollywood. It's the
Heck
FNL
yeah.
Dollywood extravaganza, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's gonna be a good time. Everyone's
It's gonna be
invited.
a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
Last year was a blast. This year's gonna
Went
be
to
a
the
blast.
place today that
Next
we went
year's gonna be
to.
a blast.
Last year where we ate at and
Yeah.
Miami ordered the salad.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Don't order salad
Bad
on vacation.
idea.
Like, I have the ranch dressing with all that
Bad
stupid.
idea.
Stupid, man. You don't order salad. So anyway, went to that place. And Danielle said, is that the place where I got Baker some fried green tomatoes? I was like, I believe so.
Yeah.
We ate there nice. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good. So good. I forgot about it. I go, they have pizza in there. That's Vegas Rick got the pizza. We got the burgers. Oh,
I had the catfish.
that's
I have
weird.
no
Don't you
idea
get-
what I got.
Oh, good. It was good. I liked it. It was better than that crappy cornbread.
I have no idea what I got there.
eat that.
I know somebody made me try those green tomatoes and they were horrible. And I
Yeah.
feel like that was another time that White Rabbit tried to make me like okra.
Will
and it
you
didn't work
guys
there either.
please? Like, I promise you, I would not. Like, evidently, there's not a variety of food I like. So, but if I'm saying, hey, y'all try this, that means it's pretty good and it's not gonna be gross and it's already been salted.
I don't like to speak ill of your wonderful wife, but she has a bad taste. She
I taste of men.
yeah. Preach, brother.
Holy cow.